Welcome to the Business for Aligned Women podcast. I'm Honey. I'm a coach working primarily with women and specializing in aligned business, personal transformation, and embodiment. Each week here I'll be sharing business strategy, business advice, tips and tools for you to think more deeply, for you to get more self-aligned, and for you to start your week in the most conscious and intentional way possible. Happy Monday. Welcome to this week's episode. Today we're going to be talking about embodying your values in business, and this is a big topic that I could talk about for a long time, but I'm going to try and keep it nice and short and sweet and reflective for you this week so that you've got something to go away and think about and action in your weekly life. Before we get into it, I just want to remind you that I am offering one-off end-of-year business strategy coaching calls. These are one-off coaching calls, individualized advice. We'll focus on marketing, systems, offers, whatever you want to flesh out, and whatever is disorganized or not feeling aligned in 2023 that you want to realign and make more impactful and beneficial for 2024, we'll go into it together in those sessions. I'll pop a link to book one of those sessions in the show notes, and please feel free to send me a message if you have any questions about those. They are limited time only and limited number of sessions. Offer will close on the 15th of December. So I told you that this month we would be talking quite a lot about self-alignment and moving away a little bit from stock standard business advice, but this is where the aligned part comes in when I say I'm an aligned business coach, offering aligned business coaching. What that means is that your business is aligned with your values, your principles, your desires, your wants and needs in your life. And one way to do that is to embody your values in your business. So this is something that we do together in one-to-one coaching. We work out what your personal values are, and then we ensure that your business is in alignment with them. Now, that might sound a little bit abstract, but it could be something as simple, I'll use my own values again, as fitness, health, and well-being is one of my highest values. So generally, I don't see clients before 11 a.m. because I'm going to do a Peloton ride, go for a jog and walk, and go to the gym in the morning. And then, 10 a.m. I'll probably do a sauna, do lymph brushing, and then get ready and hop on a call at 11 a.m. I do sometimes once a week see a client who's in the Northern Hemisphere who needs an earlier time, but that's my main general rule. And as much as I love my Northern Hemisphere clients, honestly, it absolutely throws me out of whack to not have that in my morning. And I generally will make that day a recovery day and pick up my workouts on the weekend instead. So this is what I call business standards. So you know your personal values as the business owner, and then you translate those personal values into how a business would operate. Every single piece of advice that I give you in coaching, one-to-one coaching intensives, is value aligned. So I know your personal values because we work them out in the first 2 sessions. And when I'm thinking about a solution to what is going on in your business, I will probably have multiple ways of approaching that issue, but I will pick the one that is most value aligned. For instance, I spoke to a client yesterday. This was one of the strategy sessions, so I don't know her that well, but I've got a pretty good vibe that she would really value spaciousness in her life and gentleness and slowness. And she said, I'm thinking of offering this service that basically means people can come to her for free with help and give her little projects that she has to do and complete for them, as a way to differentiate herself in the market and give a little bit extra to her clients. And I was just straight up, no, you will not do that. Do not do that. What if every single person who works with you wants that extra thing? And then that's you working for 24 hours a day on this extra free little thing that you said you were going to do for people. And that would create a stressful, rushed, overwhelmed lifestyle that I just know this woman, that is not for her. So this is what I do in coaching. We look at what your business standards are. How does your business need to operate in order for you as the owner to be able to live a life in alignment with your boundaries and your values? And this is something that you could do today. You could take the self-alignment workshop, work out what your values are, and what in my business is not in alignment with those values. Or another way of doing this is there areas in my business, systems or things that are happening in my business that are stopping me from embodying my values personally? And when I say embodying your values, it could be the tasks that you actually do during the day. So for instance, if my value is health and fitness, working out would be an action that I take to embody that value. But embodying your value also means the way in which you approach life. That open-mindedness is part of the approach. But for instance, I know a lot of my clients have values like spaciousness, calmness, groundedness, that kind of thing. And if they're coming at their life from a really anxious, everything is an emergency and everything is really stressful, and everything, there's a problem in it, and they nitpick every single situation, they get really overwhelmed in themselves, that is not approaching your life from spaciousness. If you go into your day and you think, I've got to rush, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and oh my God, I've got so many things on my list after work, that is not approaching your life through spaciousness. But starting out your day going, you know what, these are my top 2 priorities that need to get done. And today, actually, I need more time in the afternoon, or I'd really, really love to read a book in the afternoon. That is applying this value of spaciousness to your everyday life. So it's both action-oriented, but also mindset and perspective and approach-oriented. If any of this stuff sounds interesting, and I would also say that if you're feeling a strong level of frustration and resentment in your business, that's probably a sign that it is not value aligned and you need to look at those business standards. But if you're like, yep, I feel frustrated, I definitely need to make changes, take the self-alignment workshop. If you're doing it as a business owner, it's a business expense, it's part of professional development, and then run that through your business and see what happens. See, what do I need to change in order to allow me to embody this more? Okay, have fun with that, and I'll speak to you next week.